Hi, and welcome to our latest edition of McKinney Minute. As always, I'm here with Shelby Hamilton with Community Impact, and she's going to give us a roundup of stories that are happening in McKinney. So, no surprise, we talk about this every time. McKinney is under construction, but we've been talking about roads in the past couple of episodes. We're going to talk about some of the new construction happening. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so McKinney every year will recap their annual development in a great presentation to the City Council. So we recently saw that presentation recapping 2025's development, and that's highlighting kind of big bucket numbers from the three primary types of development. So single family residential, multifamily residential, and non-residential, so commercial and things of that nature.
Yes.
So another record-breaking year in some respects. The total construction value of last year in McKinney exceeded 1.5 billion. So that's not the highest the city's ever seen, but it is quite up there. The record-breaking was for non-residential construction. So non-residential construction saw over 730 million in
Wow.
2025, whereas single family was around that 550 million range, multifamily was closer to 200 million. So still quite a bit of development happening in McKinney. It's slowing down, but not all that much.
Yes.
And the city staff described it as sustained residential growth. So we're not seeing large, spurts of growth, but rather sustained growth.
Okay, very interesting, and it's good to hear the commercial growth is up
Yes.
as well. That's good news when they look at the ratio of residential to commercial in McKinney. So that's good news. All right, also potentially good news, especially for sports fans and people who like for sports events to come to McKinney. Tell us about the negotiations with Park Hill.
Yes, so the city council is in an agreement with Park Hill to look into developing what they're calling a kind of landmark sports and entertainment complex in North McKinney. This is around the same site. It's a 300-acre site right next door to where they're also working with Park Hill to bring a recreation center. So they're looking to bring quite a destination for sports goers, parkland, additional amenities up in North McKinney. Park Hill is looking to program and develop that project.
Okay.
So additional updates to come, but thus far we know that Park Hill is on the job.
That's awesome. Great amenities for our citizens, and then of course when it attracts tourists and people who are coming in for sporting events, we love for them to stay in McKinney and spend their dollars here. So that's great. Okay, so we kind of have two stories coming up that are a little bit not as exciting necessarily, but things that we need to talk about because they're challenges that we can address as a community. So the first one, McKinney ISD officials predict a $7.5 million budget shortfall. So tell us about that.
Yes, so the district is in the point in their budgeting cycle where they're wrapping up the previous year, getting their actuals, looking at what their surplus and leftover funds are, and then looking ahead to the next year. So they've got some initial predictions. These predictions change throughout the entire budgeting process.
Yeah.
So the initial prediction is looking like a $7.5 million shortfall. That's coming from about $261 million in revenue, $269 million in expenses. So you can see that $7 million gap. As they get in the certified home values from the appraisal district, that could change further.
Okay.
This estimate did include the 3% midpoint pay raise that they recently approved for their teachers. So as the budgeting process develops, that number might change.
Yes.
But as it stands, the district is looking at a shortfall for the upcoming school year.
Yeah, I guess some of the challenges there too is even with, depending on the evaluations of the homes, McKinney ISD is a recapture district, so there is money that we actually give back to the state as a district. Is that correct?
Yes,
So they have to factor all of that into their budgeting. It doesn't all stay here in McKinney. And then probably the saddest and potentially something that we, there may be some opportunities for
Community
awareness
development,
and is tell us about the Children's Advocacy Center of Collin County and some of the reports that they've been sharing with you.
Yeah, so Children's Advocacy Center of Collin County, they have a campus in Plano. They opened their McKinney campus in 2022. Since then, they have seen increased demand. They are attributing that just in large part to the growth of the county. As there's more people, there is likely to be more need for their services, which center around support for children facing abuse or situations at home that are unsafe, right? So in McKinney specifically, they have seen more forensic interviews, which is a process they do to help children in those situations. They have done more of those at their McKinney campus than their Plano campus for the past 2 years. So just 2 years after opening, the services are exceeding their first campus in Plano. The team there is attributing that to both growth in the county, but also specifically growth in the north part of the county. So as they do serve the entire county, and as that growth continues north, the McKinney campus more accessible for that area of the county. So they are seeing increased demand for their services there. They provide a number of services in addition to those forensic interviews. They have resources on site, therapy, all that kind of things. So there are community opportunities to get involved and support that organization. And we just wanted to share an update on what their services are looking like right now.
Obviously, it's sad to see the increased in demand, but it's also great to know that we have a resource like the Children's Advocacy Center, who can provide those resources and hopefully help our children, our most neglected. So, all right, let's turn this around. Let's talk about some exciting new updates. We've got some business updates. Shelby, what's happening?
Some new businesses in McKinney, some new places to grab a bite. So both up off of 380, there are some new restaurants. Paris Baguette has officially opened in McKinney, as well as Cafe Zupas, Mediterranean-esque restaurant, some great bowls, salad, soup, sandwiches. Some other new restaurant news, Mobetta's has a new location coming soon based off some development filings. That's also in the North McKinney area. Some downtown business updates. McKinney Hat Company is officially relocating. They are taking over a space on the hard corner where Ambrosia used to be located at. So they're relocating this summer. You can see that brand right there prominently on the corner soon. Another downtown business update, Walls of Clay celebrated their 25th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so long-standing business in downtown. On the west side of the city, a coffee house rebranded, so Ugly Mug is now Mugsy's Coffee House.
Okay.
And then a kind of unique one, so for limited time only, at the Walmart off of Custer and 380, there is the Butterbeer Parlor. It's an activation celebrating butterbeer season for any Harry Potter fans.
Okay.
You can stop by and taste a variety of butterbeer flavored products that are also for sale. It is a immersive experience. They have photo ops. They have activities. You walk in and you are in a Harry Potter parlor. So
I love it.
Until May 2nd, there is an opportunity to go visit, and it's free. You can go try those for free. So.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, thank you so much, Shelby.
Absolutely.
As always, thank you for being so in tune to what's happening in McKinney and sharing these updates with us. And as always, all of the articles that Shelby referenced are available, the links are available below in the comments section. And we'll see you next month to learn more about what's happening in McKinney.